Alright, what's going on YouTube? We in here for another one. I hope you're having a good one. And it is absolutely gorgeous outside today. It is gorgeous outside. And I'm stuck right now in the house for y'all, just trying to test this beta out, really trying to get a feel for this game. And now I'm here making this video for y'all. If that is not passion, if that is not dedication, then I don't know what is. But let me ask you guys a question real quick before we get started on this. How are you feeling about this satanic, demonic, possessive bunny hopping that we're seeing in XDefiant right now, man? I'm talking like, I'm going up against full teams, entire teams, and each individual on that team can't shoot their gun without hopping. The entire team. Like these dudes, they're doing 1-2 bunny hops before they even shoot their gun. Doing like the skipping rock bunny hop too, like from Cold War. You guys remember me talking about that shit in a bunch of videos. They're doing the skipping rock bunny hop. They can't pull the trigger without hopping. Like even for you chronic bunny hoppers out there, man, you gotta admit this shit is excessive, man. It's a little extreme over here. I love an arcade first-person shooter. That's why I fell in love with Call of Duty, man. COD 4, Black Ops 2, easily some of my best memories in gaming. You guys know I love all those games. Even MWII, which I say is my least favorite from that time period, I still love that game. I love arcade Call of Duty. If I wanted to play a slow, boring, tactical, realistic type first-person shooter, I would go play Rainbow Six. Why do you think I have such a big problem with these new Infinity Ward games? I want arcade Call of Duty. I want that type of feel when I'm playing a first-person shooter. But this, dude, this is just excessive, man. Holy shit, these dudes, like, I can confidently say at this juncture, there is way more bunny hopping going on in XDefiant than we've ever seen in Call of Duty, and y'all know how bad it gets in Call of Duty. I just feel like I needed to get that out of the way right off the bat, just in case I forgot with how extreme it is. You guys know I don't script my commentaries, right? I might have forgot. And I felt like I had to get that off my chest, man. It is what it is. But now that we have that out of the way, so I dropped a video for you guys a couple of days ago, and it was my raw first impressions with the early day one public beta for XDefiant, and it was more based in fact, right? It was my experience with the game, and this is what I saw, and this is what I felt. This is what it was for me. In this video, I'm gonna go into a little bit more opinion based, and I know that's gonna upset some people, but I think like I'm gonna be completely fair. I'm gonna be as fair as I can be in this video. So before you get all upset, drop your dislike, drop a hate, negative comment, a toxic comment, whatever it's gonna be, and bounce. You might want to stay for the whole thing because like I said, I'm gonna be honest, like I always am, but I'm gonna try to be as fair as I possibly can in this video as well too. Like I've said in a few videos now talking about XDefiant, I don't think even this game at its best, from my experience playing that closed beta, which was a disaster, but I tried to see through all of that, I didn't think that even this game at its best would give me that same rush that COD once did back in the glory days of Call of Duty. Like even Call of Duty still got kill streaks and shit, right? Call of Duty still got that formula there that I love. It's just they're mismanaging the hell out of that franchise, and they don't give a shit about their customers. Actually, they actively shit on their customers on a regular. So hell yeah, it pisses me off, and I don't want to play the game, and they won't leave the kids alone. But like I said, I think XDefiant, even at its best, it wouldn't give me that same type of feeling, right? That same addictive, you know, like no matter what, I want to play the game. If I got time to game, somebody's like, hey man, you want to play Call of Duty? I'm like, hell yeah, man, let's go. Like these noobs need to taste this chopper gunner. We got to drop this AC-130, man. I got to drop a couple of nukes. Let's go. You know, I was always in the mood for Call of Duty. I don't think I could ever be like that with XDefiant. Now, there's a lot of people telling me out here that this is a great game. They're having a ton of fun with it. And listen, I'm happy for you, right? I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. I'm happy that you found something, or at least I'm happy that you're telling me that you found something. But I feel like at this point, you know, the more I play in this game, the more I feel like I'm gonna hate it. Like if I can't, I know that I can't say this for absolute sure until we see the final product, until we see the launch of the game. But at this point, the more I play this beta, the more I'm just gonna start hating the game, man. And I feel like it's novelty with some people. I feel like people just don't want to be around Call of Duty at all. They're sick of Call of Duty. Call of Duty won't leave the children alone. Call of Duty's like, they actively support grooming. All the bullshit that's going on with Call of Duty, they just want to get away from it, man. They just want an escape from Call of Duty and still be able to play a Call of Duty type game with a little bit of novelty there. I think people are feeling like they like this game a whole lot more than they actually do. And come like a month after launch, 2 months after launch, whatever, maybe 6 months down the road, they're gonna realize, all right, man, this really isn't the game that I thought it was going to be. As much as I hate Activision, and you guys know how much I hate Activision, and as much as I just don't enjoy Call of Duty all that much these days, actually, I'm trying to pivot away from uploading it on this channel. I'm not gonna force myself to like a game. And right now, I'm just not having fun. It feels like almost every game I'm playing right now in XDefiant is a pro tournament. Like, it feels like skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty dialed up to 11. Beyond that, like dude, it's pretty bad, man. We don't have the input-based matchmaking just yet. We can't select it in this beta, so you gotta go up against K&M. You gotta go up against these gods that can do what they can do with that mobility, and they do not miss a shot. These insanely overpowered snipers, it seems like it doesn't matter where they shoot you, you're just dead. Dudes taking this shit so they have no business taking a beta this seriously. If I'm jumping on XDefiant for, let's say, a 2-hour session, and I couldn't even really get any time in yesterday because the servers were down pretty much all day from the time I got home from work, and every time I tried, I couldn't get on the game. But if I jump on for like a 2-hour session, I'm looking at like 1 game an hour. So say 2 games where it will feel like a normal lobby. And even then you'll still see some sweats in there, but it will feel like a normal lobby, right? 2 lobbies in say like a 2-hour session. I'm not finding these lobbies that other people are talking about that are laid back and it feels like old school Call of Duty and you could tell there's no skill-based matchmaking there. It just feels like you're playing against regular people. No, man, every game, most of my games, I feel like I'm up against the best players in the fucking world, man. Just getting absolutely owned. They got the mobility of God himself. They do not miss a bullet. Like, dude, you probably think I'm like, these dudes do not fucking miss a shot. It's really hard to enjoy a game like that. But like I said in my last video, like I've said in a couple of other videos, I know we have to wait for launch to see if they were telling the truth about no skill-based matchmaking. I know we have to wait for launch to get away from the PC sweats, just cross-console play and input-based matchmaking. I understand that we have to wait for launch for that, which is why I'm still more than willing to give this game a shot, man. We're gonna see what it is, but there are still other problems here with this game. I'm still getting shot way around corners, not as bad as the closed beta, but I'm still like, I'm going way around a corner for cover and I'm still getting killed by the dude. And when you're looking at it too, like you could slow it down and zoom in and all that. Dude had no angle on me at all, but I'm still dead. The hit detection, the more you play this game, the more you realize how off it actually is. I'm seeing straight up ghost bullets, like I'm shooting dead on somebody and they're just not registering at all, but I get it. That's what a beta's for. They can work on that. They have a little bit of time to work on that, to work on getting shot around corners, to work on the hit detection, the hit registration. It doesn't feel rigged like Call of Duty is. It's just broken. They need to touch it up, right? It needs a little TLC. They gotta work on that. The spawns, I'm seeing some broken spawns. Some of their game modes, like even Escort is a fucking joke right now. If you start and you have to escort the package and you're up against a team of savages, good fucking luck just getting out of your spawn, man. I have gameplay somewhere on this hard drive. We were completely spawn trapped, man. We were up against, it felt like we were up against an entire team of scum. And they give you time to run up into the other team's spawn before they can even get out the door, right? So we're trying to get out of our spawn after it does its little 30-second countdown. So the doors open up, we're trying to move up, and this team got the whole area locked down. As soon as we come out of those little barricades, boom, we're all dead. Like, my team is just dropping like flies, man. I would finally get out there and I would kill one, maybe two if I'm lucky, but I would always get killed by one of their teammates. Like, we were actually pinned at the start of the game for like the first minute and a half, man, we couldn't do shit. Like, you're up against god tier players that do not miss shots. They're getting kills in 1-2 bullets with assault rifles and shit. One's at one corner of the map, the other one's at the other corner of the map. They got the other guys spread all out in there. You're not even getting out of your fucking spawn, man. You're up against, think about this, you're up against dudes that play like they're pro players. They got skills like that. You ain't getting out of that fucking spawn. I don't know why they allowed that much time in the team to get right up in your spawn. So they're just waiting on you. They're tucked in a little corner, aiming down sight, just waiting for you to come out of those doors when the countdown is up. I don't understand why they give all that time. It's just broken to me, man. And I've already seen firsthand how broken it is. Footstep audio is non-existent. I have people running right up behind me and I can't hear shit. But listen, I would rather that than the horse feet we got over there in these new Infinity Ward games. It's like the lesser of two evils, right? I would rather be able to move, but yes, dudes can sneak right up on you. You can't hear shit. And I remember you could, like, you can hear your own feet, but you can't hear the enemy's feet. I remember in the closed beta, you could hear the enemies just a little bit. It was very faint, but you could still hear it if you were really focused. You can't hear them at all anymore, man. Or maybe like I gotta get a new headset or some shit, but I can't hear feet at all. The specialist abilities are annoying as hell. Starting to see a lot of these sweats crouching in corners, especially on game modes like Escort. They'll go invisible, sit in some weird corner, just wait for you to go around by them, man. If you're just doing like a quick scan, you won't see them unless you got like insanely good vision and you're actually, you know what you're looking for. They just wait for you to walk right by them, boom, shoot you in the ass. These specialist abilities, some of them need to be buffed, but some of them are annoying as fuck. The gun balance feels off to me as well. So there are problems with this game. I'm not gonna break down every one of them, man. I'm not here to absolutely shit on this game right now. It's a beta, so let's hope they can get on most of these problems for launch. And it is a free-to-play game. You know, the same approach that I had with Halo Infinite, I'm gonna have with this game. It's hard for me to shit on a game that's free to play. I shit on Call of Duty because all these problems are there and they charge full price. They got battle passes, super battle passes, all these expensive as hell bundles that are just complete rip-offs. Like, this is why I shit on Call of Duty like I do. This game's free to play. I can't do that. We gotta wait to see if they fix this shit from the beta, and we have never seen developers, publishers, the whole nine, show this much communication. Like, Mark is out here like he actually cares. Mark Rubin is out here talking to everybody, man. You could have one follower on Twitter and he's still hitting people back like, hey, I'm sorry to hear about this. Here's the solution to your problem, or we're working on it, or he'll tag somebody into the conversation and be like, here's a new problem. You got to look at this shit. Like, they are showing so much great communication. I feel like that just alone, I have to show some support for. But the fact that they've acknowledged skill-based matchmaking, the only other company that I've ever seen acknowledge skill-based matchmaking was Bungie with Destiny. And they said they removed it a couple years back. I tested it out. It didn't feel like they removed it, but they actually tried to say that they did. So I can respect that. This company says they don't want it in pubs. It doesn't belong in pubs. And I feel like I gotta show some support for that. We have a game here that gives us the choice of cross-console play as well as input-based matchmaking. Just for these options alone and what Mark and the team is out here trying to do, regardless, even this could be the worst game in the world, I still feel like I gotta show it some support. I feel like all of us need to get behind this game, behind these developers, just for that reason. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm out.